Hi, this is another guitar book review. I haven't done one of these for a while, and the author of this one and a few others has sent me some books to review. So I'm not being paid to review these or bribed or anything, but I have been sent the books to have a look at and review. So there's a few of these to come. I haven't looked at the other ones yet, but this one is called Learn to Improvise on Guitar with Exercises by, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, Edina Balczo. I'm not sure if that's right. I think she's a Hungarian guitarist. And this one is, well, the other sort of subheading is Learn the Major Scale and its Modes. And it says 6 hours of video lessons, over 200 exercises, backing tracks, key changes. Includes online video access. Now when I started looking at this, I grabbed my guitar and I played through some of the things in here. And there's some really nice stuff in here. Lots of scale patterns, lots of exercises. It's no good for someone that just wants to strum some songs, obviously, but you know, the title shouldn't make that clear. But if you're a bit more serious about your technique, mainly technique, I would say, there's other books that have scales in that you can just learn. But this one, it takes lots of standard scale patterns and then does things with them, similar to some of the things I do in my lessons, where you play scales in sequences and things like that, and in harmonies. And there's some really nice stuff in here. So I went through and played some of them, and it's really good. There's a couple of actual tunes in here. It deals with the cage theory. It basically deals with a lot of stuff that isn't particularly mentioned on the cover. There's a lot in here, a hell of a lot. So it's definitely one where I'm not actually sure what the book costs, but I'm pretty certain you're going to get your money's worth unless it's really expensive, because there's a lot in here. So I flicked through it and with my guitar, and I played through some of the things, and I thought, yeah, there's some good stuff in here. For me, there wasn't really many things that were new, although a couple of things were. It's very much focused on Spanish guitar sort of playing, and well, I think that's more the style that the author plays from what I've seen. So this is written in quite a clever way. It's showing how to play with your fingers and with your thumb on the right hand, but also mentions using a pick several times. So it's not restrictive in that way. It's not saying you must play with a pick or you must use your fingers. That's quite unusual, I think, for a book like this. Normally books will be geared towards fingerstyle or pick players. This covers both. Not always completely clear. I think for someone that has maybe played less than I have, looking at this, they might not necessarily be that clear about what they've got to do in terms of the right hand. But it's what I've found with this is that all the information is in there. You just got to look carefully. There's a lot of information on some of these pages. There's a lot of information in there, which is good, and it gives you everything you need to know. Anyway, I got to the end, and I just thought, yeah, it's really good. I really like it. I'm not sure how good it would be for someone a bit less experienced at playing, than me, which I've been playing for a long time, and I found it really good. But someone a bit less experienced, how would they find it? And I thought I might give it to one of my pupils to see what they think, and I might do that anyway. But what I didn't do is I didn't look at any of the online stuff. So it says on the front, includes online video access. So when I've been through the book just quickly and played some of it and formed some opinions, mostly good about it, I then thought, well, I better check out the online thing. So I had a look at that, and that's really good. And that's what you've got to do. If you get this book, I think you can get this on Amazon. But if you get this, and I think you can also get it from the author's website, I think. But if you get this book, definitely use the online video stuff that she's done, because clearly a lot of effort's gone into that, and I think it makes a lot more sense of what's in the book if you're actually watching the video and seeing demonstrations of the relevant things. And you can skip around. There's a code you need to access all these videos, which is given to you in the book, and you can skip around. There's like a contents page, so you can click on links which send you to unlisted YouTube videos, so you can only watch them if you've got the link. It's quite a good way of doing it. And So let's say you read through the book and there's something like in the middle somewhere that you want to sort of have a bit more clarity on, like the cage system, and you think, not sure I get what's going on here, or you might partially understand it but not be certain. Go onto the website with the link and click on the relevant one for this section of the book, and then there'll be a video that follows exactly what's in here. It's really good, it's really well done. And so stupidly I didn't do that at first, and so I had a few slightly negative thoughts on the book, but once I did that, I think it's all good really. I really like it, and it's a bit different to most other books that I've seen. And there wasn't anything really kind of mind-blowing with the theory in here. It's all standard music theory that's useful for guitarists, and I think a lot of people that might get on well with this book will already know some of the theory. I think if you don't know anything about guitar scales and music theory, then you certainly would struggle with the book without looking at the videos. I think the videos definitely help, but I'd say this is probably good for lots of players. I mean, I definitely can get something out of this, and I've been playing for years and years and years, and I can get some things out of this, so I'm going to look at it. But I think intermediate players, people that have been playing for a few years, maybe having lessons, and just want some extra things to have a go at, maybe, you know, they won't be learning a whole new scale that they've never heard of perhaps, but they'll be learning some new things to do with it, then this is really good for those people. I am going to show this to some of my pupils and see what they think, and if I get any interesting feedback from them, positive or negative, I'll come back on and do a follow-up review of it. So it's Learn to Improvise on Guitar with Exercises by Edina Balczo, I think that's how you say it. So that's one I'd recommend. She sent me some other books, I'm going to have a look at those, and I'll be back on here soon to review those ones. Okay, thanks.